said it too loud, Miss Willards.
Oh, sorry. All right. We're going to do muscle contraction here from beginning to end. And I'm posting this on Google Classroom. So you got a motor neuron that receives the impulse to contract the muscle. When it gets to the end of the motor neuron, it's going to release this neurotransmitter called acetylcholine into the muscle itself, the muscle cells themselves. Acetylcholine travels down the T-tubules, and when the muscle cells receive that acetylcholine, it tells them to release calcium. So you got calcium ions, and calcium ions are going to go to this, which is a sarcomere. All your myofilaments are made up of sarcomeres, like thousands and thousands and thousands and millions and trillions of them. So this is the smallest unit of a muscle fiber. Here's your sarcomere. Calcium is going to bind to these places right here, which are called troponin complexes. And normally, this is actin right here. Normally, the troponin complexes cover the binding sites on actin, where myosin's going to bind. So normally, it's not bound. Like in a relaxed muscle, it's not bound. Actin and myosin are not bound together. But when calcium binds to the troponin complexes, it moves this little fiber that they're on top of called tropomyosin. When tropomyosin is moved out of the way, the binding sites are exposed on actin. And when that happens, these myosin heads that are sticking up on myosin, which is connected to the M line right here in the center of the sarcomere, when the myosin heads attach to the binding sites, they're going to use ATP and make that kind of a motion right there. They're going to scooch the whole line of actins all the way in, pulling the Z line toward the M line, which is going to cause the contraction. And because that's happening on both sides, you're going to have a muscle contraction because this is happening along all of the sarcomeres in a particular muscle. So you got to have ATP to make this attach and move, and then you got to have ATP to relax or break that, what's called a cross bridge. So the cross bridge is between your actin and your myosin filament. So you got to have ATP for both, you got to have calcium, and then you're good to go. That's muscle contraction.